is the McFarland High School Marching Band. Under the direction of drum majors Sophie Detlaff, Muskan Bola, and Micah Bruno. The Spartan Band extends a warm welcome to our guests from Evansville with their school song, Illinois Loyalty. The Spartan Band is excited to share one of their pet band favorites. Here is Crazy Little Thing Called Love. proudly features the McFarland High School dance team. Here is Smoke on the Water. The McFarland High School dance team and the McFarland High School marching band.
McFarland Spartan Football is on the air. Good evening, Spartan Nation, and welcome to McFarland Spartan Football 2022 edition. Tonight, it's senior night. Boys' final home game here, and it's Friday night under the lights, McFarland style. My name's Bill, the Big K Cather, and again, I'm going to have the privilege tonight of bringing you the commentary and analysis of this game tonight. Two-time cancer survivor, just living the dream. And tonight, you're going to probably hear some sniffles in that. I'm a little under the weather, but myself and Mr. John Wells will be along in a minute, the golden voice of McFarland Athletics. We're going to do our best here tonight to still keep this telecast as entertaining and as informative as possible. As Brent Musburger would say, you are looking live at the newly at Lloyd Schneider Stadium and William Rice Field in McFarland, Wisconsin on this Friday evening, October the 14th, 2022. What a gorgeous night for a ball game. A little on the crisp side, but for the players, ideal. And as the song goes, oh, what a beautiful evening. Oh, what a beautiful day. Okay, I'm going to stop there with Cather karaoke. Like I said, being a little under the weather. A lot of you are saying, thank God he is, so he doesn't have to keep going. Tonight's opponent, the Blue Devils of Evansville, coached by Mr. Garth Coates. Division IV school, 561. Excuse me, I had to hit the cough button there. 5-3, they're 5-1 and tied for second place with your Spartans. For your McFarland Spartans tonight, coached by Mr. Paul Ackley. Boy, this is going to be a rough night if I keep coughing like this. Division III school, 769. Identical record, 5-3, 5-1 in the conference. So we shall see. This should be a very competitive game tonight, and we're really looking forward to it. And I am going to probably stop right here because I'm going to have to take a little break and get a drink of water here. So I guess we'll still watch the Spartans come onto the field here, and I'll turn it over here maybe to Mr. John Wells and see what he can bring into this game. But tonight, it's a battle for second place in the Rock Valley Conference. So over to you, John.
Yeah, this is the 555th game in school history, and in this series, this is game 30 against Evansville. McFarland trails the series 17 for Evansville, 12 for McFarland, and going back to 1963, September the 6th, the first varsity football game in the history of McFarland High School. Spartans lost to Evansville 8-6. The difference in the game, a safety. The only thing I'm not sure of, I don't
remember that game. Do you, John?
No, I don't. I believe the game might have been played where our current field is. I don't think they had the baseball diamond. I'm not sure if it was here back in '63.
Oh, John, we're getting the seniors coming on the field, so now we can announce them. Evan Dean, that's Cooper Kennedy. Next, Kyle Cuso coming out in a boot. Number 5, Brandon Dyer. Number 7, Tegan O'Brien. He and Evan Dean are both going to get a start at wide receiver tonight in recognition of seniors. Number 11, Devin Culp. I'm sorry, I missed Dayton Gillen. He was number 8. Sorry, Dayton. 14 was Trayden Randolph. Number 20, Gavin Schultz. Number 21, Owen Stelz. Number 23, Blair Wood. Again, these are all 4-year players at McFarland High School wrapping up their campaigns here tonight. Cade Rux, number 30. Number 34, Paul Morris. Hearing his name a lot tonight, leading tackler on the Spartans. Number 36, Travis Zadra, second leading rusher. 42, Mason Folk, does all the kicking duties for the Spartans. Number 55, Austin Bindle. starting guard. Number 70, Keats Dislin, nicknamed the Diesel. Number 80, Zane Graff.
And varsity manager,
Austin Bozolt, senior. Senior class, McFarland High School 2023. Been fun watching them, John, for 4 years. So wish all these kids the best in their futures and that. And again, they've learned a lot of life's lessons throughout their high school careers, going through the COVID era and some other special challenges in that. So hats off to them and kudos. I'm sure these are 4 years that they're never going to forget and look back on, and we hope they've learned a lot of life's lessons during this 4-year time period with the football program. So kudos to you guys. Be nice to finish it off tonight, John, with a victory over Evansville and a second place finish in the conference.
Yeah, the two teams, both 5-1 in the Rock Valley Conference. They've all beaten the same teams. They've all lost to Monroe. Again, 5-3 overall. Evansville dropped a pair in non-conference to Reedsburg. Very good Reedsburg team and a good Broadhead Judah team. Spartans, of course, lost a couple of tough ones to
quality
Lodi
teams
and Mount Horeb.
Yep, quality teams.
And great to see those seniors. A number of them are going to go on next year, play some football around at various schools in the Midwest. That'll be good to see. Seems like those kids were just in 5th grade the other day, and I remember being on the playground, watching them playing football. They were a competitive group, which I'm one of those teachers that likes that with competitive kids, and I guess I was competitive too. So we're going to have the national anthem here, so we'll take a short talking break. So
at this time, we invite those who are able to please stand and wear your hats.
nice job by the McFarland band. We're going to get started here a little late tonight. A lot of pregame activities. I see a drone flying over the William J. Rice Field here at Lloyd Schneider Stadium on October 14th, 2022.
Is that our version of a flyby or a flyover, John, huh?
I'm not a drone fan. I'm just waiting for one of them to drop out of the sky. And
should have gotten some of those couple of what are they, 15s or F-30s out of Truex to do a flyover tonight, huh? They could have done a practice run.
Again, senior night here. Good football game between Evansville and the Spartans. Both teams will be headed to the playoffs in their respective divisions coming up a week from tonight. All indications are that McFarland will likely be on the road for the opener. Just a matter if they head to the north and west or they head to the east.
Right. You never know, John, because it's all based on school populations. And I do have a couple of trivia questions as we get going tonight, John, about the playoffs. So I'm going to test your knowledge of Wisconsin playoff stuff. I can see you probably have already studied up on it, but it'll be an interesting little test or quiz for those of you at home, just for a little added viewing pleasure to tonight's ball game, and that, especially with this being the last game here.
Wyatt Klitzman's going to tee it up for the Blue Devils. Brandon Dyer is deep. Dyer's had a great season, rushing for over 700 yards.
Yes, he has.
After a slow start. Didn't carry the ball much in the first part of the season.
Nope, Dyer's averaging 18 yards
field
on a
it at the
return.
12, straight up, pitches it back to Gillen. Got some room on the outside, over the 30, 35, 40. Finally pushed out of bounds to the 42-yard line.
Gotta like that.
Almost a clip as soon as you start going the other direction. Yep. Nice job. I think Dyer would have gotten some good yardage either way, but pitches it back to Gillen.
I think that it was part of a little creation from our offensive coordinator, Mr. Pete Willickett. I think probably decided to throw that one out here tonight. By the way, as long as I'm talking about it, hi and hello to his in-laws who are big followers of ours, so I'll give you a final shout-out tonight. Thanks for watching.
Bray Roeder, the quarterback for the Spartans, as he has been since Game 3. Pretty much played the whole Rock Valley Conference season after Cooper Kennedy went down with an injury. Straight up the middle, there's Dyer. Got some nice running room right out to midfield. Going to pick up 8 yards. As the line pushes him forward.
Yep. Said Johnny scored 11 touchdowns also on the year, so.
Dyer seems to be favoring his ankle a little bit if you watch him go back to the huddle again. Receiver to the right and to the left. Again, single back is Dyer. Just underway in tonight's game. Going to come around the right side. Gets away. Straight arms. Inside Blue Devil territory and is going to go out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. Looked like he was stopped, bounced off like a pinball, and picks up the yardage for the first down.
I'm going to show my old school stuff here, John. I called that a stiff arm. You called it a straight arm. Nevertheless, it was for those of you to see in our unbelievably clear picture.
We've got a first down at the Evansville 45-yard line. Good start offensively. Roeder airs it out. Intended for Cuso. Too high, incomplete. Got to like it out throwing on first down.
Yep.
So that'll be 2nd and 10, clock stop. Again, good protection, just overthrew him by inches.
Boy, that was a tight window to get it into there, John, but almost connected. Early scouting report on Evansville, they are huge across the front, so McFarland's going to attempt to run a lot of motion and try and spread them out here and take advantage of our speed against that size.
So 2nd down and 10. Going to pitch this way. Zadra throwing forward. Going to pick up a couple of yards.
Was he ever down, John? Let's run that back on the replay. I mean, the whistle blew, but I never saw him. I don't know if we're going to get that back on replay or not, but I don't know if he ever officially really hit the ground. Here we go. Let's see as he rolls over here. I think that left knee came down. Thank you very much. That's great replay, you guys.
Well, the Spartans were up to the line of scrimmage. I think they were waiting
for us. Yep.
Replay.
Yep.
Roeder on 3rd down. Got a receiver. That's Cuso. He's got it.
What a beautiful throw and beautiful catch. Kyle Cuso.
That's a 26-yard completion.
Wow.
Roeder to Cuso. Kyle wanted another shot at one, and he got it right there.
Boy, and he really had to make an athletic play there, John, to go up and get that. That was beautiful.
Tell you, the key here for the Spartans this season is really getting that running game going.
Yep.
And, of course, since Game 4, haven't lost.
Right.
So 1st and 10. Call the ball to 17. Going to pitch to Dyer. Cuts it up inside the 15. Tripped up. I believe that's Klitzman, but a
penalty flag on that side. My guess is going to be a holding. Yep.
So that'll negate that gain.
Fairly well balanced so far this year for the Spartans, John, averaging 163 passing yards per game and 169 rushing yards. So that's important, I'll tell you, especially when you head into the playoffs and that against teams that you haven't seen in that. Always nice. So if one part of your game isn't going well, you've got the other to fall back on in that rather than just relying on one aspect of the game.
Ball's going to go back to the 28-yard line, so 1st down and 20. Pass out here to Kelly. Gets away from one, inside the 25, inside the 20, still going, inside the 15. And the elusive Andrew Kelly.
Boy, I'll tell you, speedster, John.
And let's see. Down to the 14-yard line, so we got 14 yards back.
Kelly, 15 catches, 337 yards, and 5 touchdowns so far on the season. So he's a threat every time the ball goes to him.
9:15 to go here in the 1st quarter. 2nd down and 6 for the Spartans. Handoff, Dyer. Cuts it inside the 10.
Oh, beautiful
Still going
run.
into the end zone for a touchdown.
Beautiful, beautiful run.
Oh, my. Thought he was stopped a couple of times. The only one that didn't believe that was Brandon Dyer, who went the 14 yards to pick up the touchdown, and with 9:02 to go here. Take a look at this one. Thought they had him there. But
nice block by Kelly.
Yeah, nice screen by Kelly there.
Yep, Kelly really helped that on the back end for him to make the second move to the end zone.
So Mason Folk, ball placed, kick on the way, and it is good. Saw Mason hit a 50-yarder in warm-ups today, and it wasn't like the wind was a big factor, a little bit of a factor, but he's got a good leg, and it's one of those seniors, couple of seniors there. Dyer gets the touchdown, Folk gets the extra point, and again with 9:02 to go in the 1st quarter, it's your Spartans on top of the Blue Devils, 7-0. Great drive for McFarland.
Right. John, let me mention this quick. McFarland Cable TV Channel 982 is a function of the Village of McFarland, producing high school sports as a result of a community survey and fan interest, indicating viewers like you at home as well as fans in attendance desire this type of programming. I encourage you to inform your village officials by way of an email, phone call, how much you have enjoyed these high-quality productions so we can continue to have more in the future. The positive efforts of our McFarland youth deserves to be recognized in all forms of the media, State Journal, Thistle, Cable Channel 982, and our website, YouTube, McFarland Cable. So once again, thanks for your support. And again, I'll be mentioning our staff here as we go along because we have 2 special announcements here tonight with our staff.
So Folks got it teed up. Evansville return men at the 10 and the 5, and they're going to play that perfectly at the 10, straight ahead, over the 10, over the 20, out to the 25. Helicopter down is number 80, Graydon Geske. And they'll say that is at the 26-yard line. It's about a 16-yard return, so Evansville will put it in play. Bennett Keller should be the quarterback.
Yep.
He's thrown for 883 yards this year. He's a junior. Well, let's see what Evansville can do on offense. Ball carrier straight ahead, just bowls his way forward. Going to pick up about 7 yards.
Who was that, John?
That's Charlie Braunschweig. 6'1", 185-pound senior for Evansville.
25 carries, 126 yards, and 3 touchdowns on the year for him.
Some size, Quinn Grovestein Matchy, 6'6", 275.
Yep.
He'll be playing at the next level.
Timothy Lund Jr., 6'2", 305, junior.
Hand off, straight ahead,
nice
stood up,
job.
not going to go anywhere.
I think that was Wyatt Nelson for no gain.
So Nelson again came in with 703 yards on the ground for the season. 8 minutes to go, second down now, or third down and 3 for Evansville after no gain. Ball at the 36-yard line of the Blue Devils. See if the Spartans can get a stop here and force Evansville to kick the ball away. Braunschweig will go in motion. Looking. Going to be intercepted.
All right, is that Gillen?
That's Gillen.
Yep, Dayton.
It's going to come across the field. 45, 40. Pushed out of bounds near the 35-yard line. Big defensive play, and there's another senior, Dayton Gillen.
Yep. Boy, he's had a great career, John.
Yeah, look at this one, though. Again, Keller.
Just a little underthrown.
Yep. Had a receiver there, and Braunschweig out of the backfield. But then you get Gillen in that open field, and he turned it up, and about a 20-yard return. So the
Look at the guy going to horse collar him, and then he pulled it off right away because I think he realized what he was about to get penalized for.
First and 10 at the 36. See if they'll go to the air on first down. No, Dyer. Gets outside, 35.
Again.
Oh, quick cut inside the 30 and out of bounds. Boy, quick cut there by Dyer.
Just the word that comes to my mind is shifty, John.
Fast feet.
Yep.
Going to pick up 7 on that play. Ball's going to be at the 28-yard line of the Blue Devils. 7:15 to go.
Boy, this would really be big for the Spartans, John. I mean, knock in another 7 here.
Go up
It'd be a
2
great
scores.
start. You're correct.
Gotta
Big ball
love it.
game.
Kelly will be on the right, along with Colt. Dyer, hang on to that ball. Gets a yard. Tackle there by Carter Sherry. Going to be short of the first down, so it's going to bring up third down and a yard. 4-down territory, no doubt, here for the Spartans. Got to be able to pick up a yard.
You know, John, I want to give a shout out too to Katie Gleddy Scion, McFarland Outlook Volunteer Spotlight that we were featured in this last month. She did a wonderful article on us as volunteer announcers in that, so I really wanted to thank her a lot.
Spartans are going to take a timeout. Paul Ackley knows how.
All right. So at this time, I'd like to make one special recognition here tonight. If we can get the picture up of one of our helpers. Here he is, Nick Boom Boom Boucher. Nick has been with us for about 2.5 years with football, basketball, and some other things and that. Just doing a wonderful job here with the McFarland communications staff here for the district and that. So Nick is going to be moving on from us. It's a shot of him on the sidelines and that. And boy, we can't thank him enough. Yeah, that a boy. Give us a wave and a big smile. Boom, boom. Give us a pump like a semi-driver's coming by. Boom, boom. There you go. There's a memorable moment. So, Nick, we wish you all the best in your future ventures and that. You've done a lot for bringing some special memories to a lot of kids in this district and a lot of people in our community. So thanks a lot, Nick, and we greatly wish you the best of luck in your future. Thanks a lot, and you're always welcome back here, Nick. Nick Boom Boom Boucher.
Third and short. Up. A little confusion there. Roeder looks one way. Dyer goes the other way, and that's disaster on a third and short. They're going to lose 6 yards on that and make it now 4th and 7. Boy, right out of a timeout.
Yeah, that hurt.
Confusion. Well, now you got to come back on 4th and 7 and convert this. Not let the momentum swing back to the Blue Devils. It's a game of momentum. Again, you got a chance to go up 2 scores. And now, tipped and caught. Oh, look at that.
Wow.
Boy, we got to see that one.
Yeah, there's
again.
another replay event for us to look back at.
Kelly never took his eye off the ball. Boy, take a look at this one. There's Roeder. Ball tipped. And it goes right to Kelly.
Yep.
Wyatt Klitzman got his hand on it. Ball's at the 13-yard line now, 1st and 10 for the Spartans. And there goes Dyer.
Ooh.
Inside the 10, almost broke it.
Shoestring tackle, or that would have been another 6 right there.
Yeah, it was a shoestring tackle. Took his shoe right off, so Dyer will come off. Gain of 5, so that'll bring up.
Boy, John, have we seen the difference in inches, too, with these passes? One a little short can be intercepted, one a little long overthrown, and seen a variety of a tip pass.
I guess they're going to call that just a gain of 3, so.
Okay.
Ball will be at the scoreboard's not updated, so it still says 1st and 10. It should be 2nd and 7. There's a pass out onto the flat. Culp inside the 5, drilled out of bounds. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 3 for the Spartans. Ball is at the 5. They need to get to the. They're going to call it 3rd and 2.
Spartans doing a good job so far here tonight, John, as far as I said, the size differential in the line, and they're kind of hitting Evansville with from the outside or some deep passes to get it out, spread the field out here, take advantage of our speed.
Big play right here.
And as soon as I say
Straight
that.
Up with Dyer. Again, tries to get outside. Well, let's see if he stepped out of bounds.
He's out at the 1-yard line, John.
They're going to say 4th down. No, it shouldn't be 4th down.
Yep.
Hey, got the 1st down. Nice job by Dyer. So 1st and goal.
And to my point also, you notice he started up the middle, nothing there because they just crammed it all in there. So he turned it to the outside and away he went.
That's a football player going to hopefully play at the next level. 1st and goal for the Spartans. 4:44 to go here in the 1st quarter.
Keep it safe.
Dyer falls into the
right
end
up the
zone.
middle.
Touchdown, 1-yard run. Brandon Dyer with 4:41 to go here in the 1st quarter, and the Spartans are up 13-0.
Great start. Great start for the Spartans.
So again, just straight up the middle. Folk will be in to attempt the extra point.
Volk on the year, 32 of 32 on extra points, John.
And that kick
His
is
2nd of the night.
Good. Spartans now for the 2022 season have outscored their opponents 285 to 120. Definitely coming out here tonight ready to play, setting the tone against the Blue Devils, up 14-0.
Right.
With 4:41 still to go in the 1st quarter.
Right, John. Let me mention our entire staff here tonight. I've already mentioned on the camera, on the field, Nick Boom Boom Boucher. To my left is BB Benny Becks. To my right, the King, Rudy King. And on the board tonight, the Queen, Stephanie Miller. And sitting to her left, the mastermind, the bearded wonder, Mr. Andrew Day. I mean, this is just, we can't thank, John, they make our job so much easier. What a wonderful staff. I mean, from the graphics to you name it, the graphics, the replays, the close-ups, and I mean the selections that the camera guys make too, with the different photo ops that they get during the game and that.
Like
It's
this
just
shot right here.
Yep, it's just, and boy, you get to see kids' faces too, and how neat that is. And what a clear picture. I mean, this is just super. So kudos to all of you. This is just fantastic.
Ball bounces. Boy, somebody
pushed him.
Somebody went for a tackle. And
that was number 30. I think that was Rux.
Just pushed him forward for.
Cade Rux on the push.
That was number 80, Graydon Geske. That could have been disastrous, too, for Evansville. They're going to get out at the 25, but kicks like that, especially on the turf, tough to field. So 4:34 to go here in the first quarter. The Blue Devils will put it in play, their second possession of this game. Keller going to hand it straight ahead, and Wyatt Nelson not going to go anywhere. Cuso is there amongst others.
Yep.
Paul Morris. Paul's all over the
field. Paul Morris. Austin Bindle was there. Yeah, Paul Morris leading by far, 76 tackles on the year. I got to give a shout out to Maury and Mary Hawker-Aid. Paul Morris. They are of special interest to him. So, how do you, Hawk and Mary, watching at home tonight, I think?
Remember, Maury used to be quarterback for the Madison Mustangs.
Oh, you better believe it.
Pass overthrown, out of bounds, incomplete. So just like that, it's a 3rd down and 8.
Okay, and now Maury's going to hate me for bringing this up, but he is known for one of the classic plays of all time of Madison Mustangs football. Guy was going for a breakaway touchdown on a kickoff. Maury standing on the sidelines, came off the sidelines and tackled the guy as he was headed towards the end zone. Needless to say, there was a little penalty on that one. So, Hawk, that one was for you. I'm sure you're going to.
Good thing it's not the time of social media back then.
Right.
That one would have been viral.
Oh, yeah, that would have gone viral.
Forced out of the pocket, got some running room. Incomplete. Boy, if he wasn't over the line of scrimmage, he was pretty darn close.
Right. That pass was dropped by Aiden Maves. Aiden Maves, who's been their leading receiver on the year, and that's another 3 and out here for Evansville. And
3:50 on the clock here in the first quarter. Spartans about to get their 3rd possession.
Right.
They are 2 for 2.
John, I really wanted to mention again this Katie Gleddy Scion, who wrote that nice article in the Outlook about us and our volunteer thing. That was kind of neat, to get a little recognition on that, and have people maybe in this community put our faces to a name in that, and we wanted to thank her a lot for that. That was pretty special.
High snap, Klitzman down, that big rush, he gets it away. Culp's going to pick it up, got some running room. 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, down the sideline, still going. Inside the 20,
wow.
Tackled at the 16-yard line.
A senior thrill.
Oh, here's one for the highlight reel. Let's see this one again.
A senior thrill.
Heard somebody in the crowd yell, pick it up. And by golly, he did, and off he went. Boy, Spartans, here we go.
There he goes.
So again, he just...
Right there, that was close to being a block in the back.
But Culp right down the sidelines. And Klitzman, give him credit. He kept his eyes focused right on Culp's midsection.
Yes, he did.
1st and 10, ball at the 16-yard line.
Boy, really a chance here to break this open early for the Spartans.
3:34 to go here in the first quarter. Zadra cuts it back. Still going. Gets inside the 15. Hang on to the ball.
John,
a couple of yards.
I got a quick share this with you. I just got a comment here on my phone. It says, no better way to spend a Friday night than watching Spartan football and listening to Ray Scott of the Frozen Tundra and Lindsey Nelson. Hey! And that came from a very special Hall of Famer in the community here. Who would that be, John?
Our young staff here tonight is like, who are those people?
Mr. Bradley Minter. Thanks, Brad. Appreciate it. Boy, he gave so many years, positive years here to this community and that. Still following along. That's wonderful, Brad.
Zadra spins forward for a couple of yards. It's going to bring up 3rd down.
You know, on that Culp return, I actually should have given him a little of Keith Jackson as he was running that punt back. I was going to go, whoa, Nelly. He was headed to the end zone. Hope you like that one too, Brad.
2:20 to go here in the first quarter. 3rd down and 5 for the Spartans. Ball at the 13-yard line. Let's keep it going. McFarland.
Oh, not very smooth. Just get on it.
And I think Evansville's got it. They do. Boy, again, just a mistake you can't make.
Going the wrong direction. Yeah, it seemed like.
That's twice there's been confusion in the backfield, and this is game
Brandon's
9.
limping a little bit too, coming off on this one.
Yeah, he was limping going into the game. So Evansville first
got some life back.
Spartan turnover, second turnover of the game. They'll get it 1st and 10 from their own 15-yard line with just under 2 minutes to go here. Let's look at Coach Ackley. This is his 167th game as a Spartan head coach. Only one of 5 head coaches for McFarland in their 60 years of football. So 1st and 10. Braunschweig stood up in the backfield, maybe gets a yard.
Boy, John, we've really been impressed too lately in these last 5 games with Spartan defense also.
Yeah, Owen Stelz on the stop.
Yep, second leading tackler Owen on the year has, I believe, 57.
Well, I tell you what, Bill, you take away the first 3 games, the Spartans have only given up 16 points.
Right, but consider who the first 3 games, they're pretty tough opponents. Very tough.
And who the last 5 were
all ranked.
Against.
Yes,
I mean,
correct. Yep.
2nd down and 7. 8, we'll call it 8. 2nd down and 8 for the Blue Devils. Flags.
Delay a game or procedure.
Boy, look at big number 72 there, Tucker Peterson. 5'9", 245. He just busted straight ahead. Procedure going to be called. Not saying it was on him, but he got a good charge off that line of scrimmage.
We got Weston Leader, 6'3", 270-pounder. I mean, this is a huge line that they have. And you can see what they're trying to do. They're trying to pound it up the middle, but hey, Spartan's doing a nice job here, John. A gang tackling.
Yeah, they got size like a Division III college line.
Yeah, they do.
If not bigger. So 2nd down and 13 as we near 1 minute to go here in quarter number 1. Klitzman goes in motion for the Blue Devils. Looking. Incomplete. I believe that was intended for Maves.
You know, looking at their statistics on the year, they average 113 yards passing per game, 143 rushing. So they're kind of balanced too, but that's kind of a what they call a wounded duck.
It's kind of a floater.
Yep, kind of a floater. You know, it's a little brisk out here tonight. Actually, for these kids, this is beautiful football weather to compete in, you know, for them. It's just for an old guy like me sitting up here in the booth. You know, I should have gloves and a stocking cap and everything else on. It's freezing up here for me, but doesn't matter what I'm doing.
3rd down, clock stop with 54 seconds to go in the first quarter. So again, 3rd down. Blue Devils just going to keep it on the ground. Boy,
Gillen almost ripped that ball out.
Wyatt Nelson did a nice job hanging on to it, but
I think it was Dayton that had that ball almost ripped out. Again, we could go to replay.
4th down coming up here with 30 seconds to go in.
That's why we've got Andrew and Stephanie there on the board, because if we ask for replay, we get it from them. I mean, they are just super. So let's see. Yep, it was Gillen. Look at him. He almost got it out of there. Again, you guys, I just can't thank you enough. I mean, for those of you looking at home, this is every bit as good as you're going to see anywhere.
Getting a little physical out on that line. You saw a little extracurricular work there after that play was dead. But
you think Culp's a little anxious here to see? Let's see if I can give a whoa Nelly at the right time here if he gets an opportunity. Nope.
Short punt. But it's going to be downed at the 46-yard line. So a 30-yard kick for Klitzman. And the first quarter comes to an end here from William J. Rice Field, Lloyd Schneider Stadium on October 14, 2022. It's your Spartans 14, the Evansville Blue Devils nothing.
Right. I'm going to do this if I can without coughing. I always like to pay a special tribute to a very special person who's no longer with us, Badger Bill Garvey, who did so much for the music and the band of McFarland, as well as for coaching in this district and so many other things he did, even for the Badger bands, etc. So as a tribute to him, I always like to sing the school song. So here we go. It's Cather karaoke to you, Garv. Hey, fight for our Spartans, valiant, fight for our colors, brilliant, fight, fight, McFarland, high, don't let them buy you, rah, 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 hail to our Spartans, valiant, hail to our colors, brilliant, though odds be great or small, we're victors overall. I tell you, Garv, gone but never forgotten. You did so many special things here, and I'm sure you're enjoying the start of this ball game as you're viewing from heaven, and God bless you up there. Again, I like to pay a little tribute to you because you were so special to so many here. So, again, Garv, there's your tribute for tonight. Well, John, just to recap the scoring here in the first quarter at 9:02, 15-yard run by Brandon Dyer, extra point good by Folk, McFarland 7, Evansville nothing. And then at the 4:41 mark of the first quarter, a 1-yard run by Dyer, extra point good by Folk, McFarland 14, Evansville nothing. And McFarland had another chance here to punch it in, but then on a bad exchange, lost the ball to Evansville. But again, another 3 and out produced by the Spartan defense. And here we go again, John, with McFarland the ball. Over to you, John.
So, opening play of the second quarter, 1st and 10 for the Spartans, the Evansville 46-yard line. Roeder going to air it out.
Oh,
He's got
Kelly.
Dylan.
Oh, Dylan.
Touchdown.
Wow.
Spartans 46 yards.
Beautiful throw. And boy, did Gillen focus on that too and watch it come right into him. Beautiful throw by Braylon Roeder. His sister refers to him as Bray Bray, so that was for you. Beautiful pass. 49 out of 76, 65% on the year. 11 touchdowns and only 1 interception, so you can add that now and make it 12 touchdowns.
And
beautiful throw and catch.
Over 900 yards passing.
Yep.
Brings back memories of the old days of Brock Roeder out there. So here's Folk. Kick is on the way, and it is good. So 11:52 to go here in the first half. Spartans now increase their lead to 21 over the Evansville Blue Devils. Again, knew this would be a tough game, but the Spartans coming out.
Boy, totally dominating this, John.
The play calling, gotta love it.
Yep.
Gotta love the mix, and again, the key has been we just couldn't get that running game going the first 3 games, and then all of a sudden, then Dyer starts carrying the ball a lot, and that just opened up so many more things for the Spartans. So
we must keep in mind quality of opponents, however, so that's why this is really important to just keep this ball rolling, because once you head into the playoffs, no cupcakes there, John. So keep it going. You know, the thing that I really like about this game, too, if you look at a lot of seniors really doing some great things out here and having some great memories to put away for their final home game here. I mean, from the Culp return to that Gillen pass reception to Kuso, nice reception, and Kelly, some nice catches in that. I mean, this has really been entertaining and some positive moments for these seniors.
So short kick.
Oh, beautiful.
Geski's going to go straight ahead, but
that
see where forward progress marks it.
Luke Rux on a form tackle, 5'11", 185-pound sophomore. Well, I guess that was Blair Wood on the tackle. My fault. My apologies, Blair.
Going to mark it at the 24.
Better get you in there. You're 5'6", 145-pound senior. Don't want to leave you out. There's a special moment for you tonight.
And here come the Blue Devils, trying to get something going offensively. Spartans have had the answer on each of their possessions here so far tonight.
Yes, they have.
Nelson. Couple of yards. There's Morris.
No surprise there.
Paul, another one of those players who should have an opportunity to play at the next level.
Right, just a tough kid.
Hey, some good news last night. Rock Valley Conference meet. Spencer Elf, sophomore from McFarland.
Won it?
Wins the boys race.
Good
That's a new
for him.
Rock Valley Conference record. And, of course, that's our last Rock Valley Conference meet for the time being, with the conference change next year. Ball carrier straight ahead. That is Nelson again. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 2 with the ball at the Evansville 32-yard line. 10:45 to go here in the first half. See if Evansville can pick up their first down of the game here. Handoff, straight ahead, second effort. It's going to be close.
Going to get it, I think.
But that second effort by Nelson should be enough for the first down, and it is.
Yep, where that side official came in.
So first down number 1 for the Evansville Blue Devils. Again, you can take a look at the size on that line. It's right up there with Monroe when comparing size. And again, the Spartans not small either.
No.
Nelson again. Nice running room. Might pick up 10. He does. Now all of a sudden, Evansville's starting to put some things together offensively. By the way, cross country, girls were 5th, boys 2nd. Volleyball's had a great season. They'll go into regional play next week.
I say soccer. Don't they have Platteville here, John?
I believe soccer had the Rock Valley Conference tournament last night. I think we lost to Edgerton.
Did they?
Which we've had quite a run of
Rock
Valley Conference championships. I don't know, probably 8 or 9 years. And this year kind of a rebuilding year. Came up a little short. But again, volleyball, 3-way tie.
Boy, was that an exciting match. I watched the game when the girls were down at Broadhead. So my son being down there for 3 years, and that was really an exciting game. Went to 5 sets. Two quality teams going after each other.
Spartans, Broadhead, and Whitewater, all 3, 8-1.
Yep.
Going to go up in the air. That was going to be
jump ball.
Oh. Boy, that was up for grabs.
Yeah, it was, and it looked like, I think it was Cuso that came along and finally swatted it out. We'll get a chance to look on the replay. But It looked like Maves and Culp both had a bead on it, and then it looked like Cuso came along and swatted it away from both of them.
Yeah,
point McFarland's way.
Spartans. I never saw a flag, so unless it's dropped right here on the sideline. The official's going to say, did you throw a flag? And it's like, so they're going to talk it over. And again, thank goodness for officials, because it's become a serious problem, not just in Wisconsin, but all over. And you don't have enough officials to cover all the games on Friday night, so teams have been forced to go. Like I said, in Illinois, teams have had to move games up to 5 and back to 8, so the same officiating crew.
Play Saturday. Yep.
I got a hunch they might wave this one off, because there seems to be.
Well, no, they're calling interference. I don't know on who. We need to see it back on the replay. If we can pull that back up. Here we go. Thank you again. Might be in. Is it going to be on Cuso here coming across? No?
That's
jeepers. Wow.
Well, they make the calls. We just
review them.
Second guess them. But nevertheless, first down for the Blue Devils. They are on the move here at the 38-yard line of the Spartans. I didn't see anything there, but
it's over and done with, John. We're moving on.
Nelson. And just pulled back, gets to the 35, and nice tackle there by Bindle.
Yep.
That was just all upper body. Time on the clock here. 8:25 to go in the first half.
Nelson 7 carries for only 25 yards. Braunschweig 1 carry for 7, and that's the extent of the Evansville offense, John, and a pass interference call.
So 2nd down and 8. Bennett Keller, the quarterback. Drops back, big rush, down he goes. That's
nice
Rux.
Job by Rux.
Yeah, that away Cade.
Cade Rux, again, his senior moment. 6'1", 165-pound senior. This is great, John. Like I said, we're spreading out the nice place. Oh, and there was a hold, too. Gosh, number 30 was holding Rux by his uniform.
I had the privilege of having Cade as a student back in 5th grade.
And
Great kid. Good to see him out here under the lights on Friday nights. Yeah, that's a loss of 5, so going to bring up 3rd down and 13 for Evansville. Just under 7.5 to go in the first half. We're having fun here.
I can't tell you how much I love to hear you say it was a privilege to have a kid. That's really neat, John, of you to say that and to word it that way. But that's the way we feel, those of us that are in.
Keller. Oh, nice defensive play by
beautiful.
Cuso. Better look for a flag. No flag.
Oh, wow, John. Do I detect a little?
Yeah, no, it's just like you got to wait, because on that other one, we never did see a flag.
Nope.
So, well, that's like defending the pass on the line, up the line. Look at, he gets that, I believe, his left hand in here to knock that one away. There it is. Nice.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Oh, he did have the right hand up on left shoulder pad, but
that's why I was somewhat hesitant.
Yep. That, I could see that of being called because of that right hand he had up on the shoulder pad.
Well,
again.
Bill, Evansville now says, hey, we're down 21 in the first half.
Gotta go.
We're going for it.
Yep.
I love it.
Yep.
I love it. Why not?
Why not is right. They've already qualified for the playoffs.
Keller looking, way underthrown, incomplete, and that will give the ball to the Spartans with good field position at the 41. Garth Coates, the coach for Evansville. And Bill, I remember a game a couple of years ago. It might have been during the spring season when it got to the end of the game and Evansville went for 2 for the win in overtime, and we held them. But I think we stood up here for 30 seconds before the Spartans ran off the field, jumping up and down, saying they stopped them. And
right.
But again, you got to love it, out there playing for the win. Roeder, the quarterback. Tegan O'Brien is 7. Gillen is 8. Morris is 34. Culp is 11. Pass out over here to Gillen, over the 40. 45, pushed out of bounds.
There
Shy
again.
of midfield. I think they're going to mark it at the 48-yard line. So nice first down play call. Will move the ball out 8 yards. So 2nd down, and we'll call that 7.5.
You can see all the Spartan success again, John, is coming on the outside here. Even when they run up the middle, it seems like Dyer continues, starts up the middle and then cuts to the outside, and that's where they're finding success.
Well, they're mixing up the
they
play
are.
calls.
Yep.
Just very good.
Great game plan.
Dyer, not going to have much room there. Gets pushed out of bounds short of midfield. Going to be short of the first down. Just not a lot of room coming to the near side. Evansville had it well defended.
Yep.
So it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Don't get any closer look of the ball than that. And number 75, Miles Hogan, over the ball. A lot of young players on that line for the Spartans. I think 4 of the 5 will be back. Keats Dislin will be the one they will lose. Zadra going to try to get outside. He's going to get the first down.
Nice job, Travis.
And thought we might see a hold on that right side. We do not, and it's a first down for McFarland. So nice bit of running there by senior Travis Zadra.
John, do you by chance know the name of the Elkhorn football coach?
I do not.
Gosh. Because I have
I've been to Elkhorn.
I have kind of a sad story to mention about him that I just got a phone call on. Could you? Thanks.
Here's a pitch. Dyer, 45. Going to go out just shy of the 40, but we got a penalty marker in the middle of the field, and we'll see if this one comes back. And the officials are going to talk it over.
I've got our excellent staff here looking that information up for me. So we'll get that to you in a minute.
Just got to make sure you got the right name.
Yep, you're correct.
That's going to be on the defense. Hand to face. Well, it's going to be a first down for the Spartans. Well, we'll see. Ball is marked at the Evansville 42. Well, now let's see what it is. Yeah, it will be a first down. They're gonna
No. For Elkhorn?
First and 10, ball at the 32-yard line thanks to the penalty. So another first down for the Spartans. 6 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Kuso goes in motion, going to pass it on the flat. He's going to throw a pass. Oh, caught wide open, touchdown. Oh, 32-yard touchdown pass from Kyle Kuso to Devin Culp, and it's 27-0 with 5:51 to go. What a play call and what an execution. Look at this one. Actually, it was considered a lateral pass out on the flat. And Kuso just winds up. Nice throw. Nobody within 20 yards of Culp. And the kick is good. So 4 for 4 for Mason Folk. 5:51 to go here in the first half. 28-0. Spartans on top of the Evansville Blue Devils.
Wow, John.
Oh, my.
Offensive coordinator Pete Willicott bringing everything out here tonight in this, and I gotta love it, huh? And I can tell you who's really benefiting a lot from this are the seniors. Boy, how much fun are they having tonight in a memorable last game on this, potentially their last game on this home field and that. So that's just wonderful to see this. It's kind of a nice culmination to a wonderful 4 years of football here at McFarland. So.
Gotta love
excellent,
it.
fun to watch.
And I've seen play, now I haven't seen the away games, but I've seen plays not called this year, so it's nice to see them throwing in a few new wrinkles here as you get ready for next week's playoffs. It's a good look at Mason Folk. So 5:51 to go. Folk has it teed up. And the approach and the kick. Nice kick. Drives the return man back inside the 5, over the 15. Straight up he is, and straight down he goes. Nice tackle there. Again, I believe that is Rux. Attaboy, Cade Rux.
Yep.
Cade, a wrestler. Tell you, wrestling starts early. My grandson is 4. He's signed up for wrestling.
Wow.
Love it.
Wow.
Get him
Rather
going.
than a onesie, did they dress him in a singlet when he was 1 year old then, John?
It's like one of those wrestling singlets. Like
Yeah, that's what I said.
combination diaper.
Put him in a singlet or her in a singlet rather than a onesie.
Blue Devils trying to get something going here. Handoff straight ahead, Nelson. He'll get a couple 3 yards on that.
It's almost like this team is not built to come back from being down 28-0. They like to, I think, pound it a little bit more so.
Well, and other than, they played some pretty tough teams early on, again, like the Spartans did, but Evansville did give up 41 to Monroe and 41 to Broadhead Judah. Not a high-scoring team by any means.
It's going to be motion.
There's a penalty marker. Just Kind of goes when it rains, it pours here for the Blue Devils. 5:06 clock stopped.
I'll tell you what, John. I mean, McFarland is really focused tonight. Really focused. You know, the last game a little slow starting in that because of homecoming and all the festivities and that. But
well, and I'll be honest with you,
they've got the train going here.
Yeah, they looked at Evansville and said, "Hey, they're 5-3, 5-1.
You're right.
Beaten the teams we have and lost to the teams, and
yep.
They came out ready to play. But you know, don't sell the Blue Devils short. A lot of time to go in this one."
Right.
Braunschweig. Hang on to that ball. We almost pulled it away. So 3rd down and 8 for the Blue Devils. And clock rolling near 4.5. Evansville's got to get a first down. They got to keep possession. They don't want to give it back to the Spartans.
Right.
You just don't know what the Spartans are going to call when they get the ball. It's unpredictable tonight. Love it.
Yeah, what does Pete have up his sleeve next, huh?
It is having some fun.
Yep, and the kids have fun with that too, John.
Look at
when
that
they
close-up,
know.
Bill, though. Look at that shot.
It's like we're right in the line, huh?
Awesome.
What about those of you watching at home on a 65, 75-inch screen? It's
Big rush. Ball floats. Incomplete. Boy, Morris with the huge rush.
Yep, a lot of pressure that time.
Well, here's the deal now. 4:04 to go in the first half. Clock is stopped. A lot of time yet for the Spartans. See if they're going to rush the house here. They almost got one of Klitzman's punts earlier. And yeah, next week.
Notice he's got a few other kids here in the game right now too. From McFarland, Remy Burns, number 6, 6 foot 155-pound sophomore. Number 22, Cooper Cornish, 5'10", 165-pound sophomore. Maybe giving a few other kids some opportunities here.
They get the kick away. Culp fields it. Tries to get outside. Oh, we got a penalty there.
Yep. That's going to be going back the other way, 15 yards.
You're going to see an illegal block. It's typically going to come on a punt.
And Gillen's throwing his arms up, so it must be on Dayton.
Yeah, guess can't argue that one. Official was looking right at it. Officials, you know, they kind of know where to look for.
Yep.
You know, you get a punt return where those illegal blocks can come, but not the worst thing for the Spartans. Just means you'll start back around your 30-yard line.
You know, and if anything, John, you just don't, as an official, want to say, I'm going to be focused in on that one call, because you can probably find a holding call or something on the majority of plays in that. So.
Oh, yeah. Hey, by the way, Spartan fans, you want to see some good youth football tomorrow. I think 4 of the McFarland teams will be playing here. I think the last game will be at 8 o'clock tomorrow. So got an undefeated 8th grade group, and Gillen tries to make something out of it. He's going to get positive yardage. Could have lost about 5, and he's going to wind up getting about 3. Anyway, Dayton. See Dayton out in that basketball court. That newly painted basketball court looks sharp.
Trivia question for you to think about, John. How many total schools, there are 7 divisions in the playoffs, how many total schools get in the playoffs in Wisconsin? 7 divisions.
224.
You are dead on.
32 times 7.
I can't fool you at all. However, I do have some questions that might fool you. How many teams have already qualified out of that 224? What would you guess going into this weekend?
I'm going to say 180.
There would be 162 teams that have already qualified. Nope. Don't worry, I got a couple more in regards to that.
3rd down and 7 for the Spartans.
Another double pass.
Culp gets the sideline, but going to step out of bounds. Going to be short of the first down. And might force the Spartans into their first. Well, let's see.
I think he's going to go for it. Yeah, why not?
Quickly up to the line of scrimmage.
I think Dyer in there. Oh,
well,
and they
you know
got him
what?
off. Boy, that's
number 11. He knows it.
Yep, you're right. John, how many teams do you think are on the bubble that are sitting with 3 wins right now that need 1 more win to get in?
40.
That's a great guess. 46.
Yeah. I don't know. Something about the playoffs when you get teams that are 3 and 6 making
well,
the playoffs.
That's another thing I'm going to
might as well
here.
put everybody in and play an 8-game season, and your 9th game is everybody's in the playoffs.
Yeah, you can do that.
Well, we take one, we give one back.
Yep.
So we'll walk it off 5 yards back. Getting a little sloppy out here. 3:01 time on the clock.
You know, you're right. You could almost do that with the playoffs, couldn't you? You know,
well, I think
go back to
I
the
days.
days.
Say it's Indiana where every team makes it, and you could have a 7-0 playing a 7-0 and an 0-7 playing an 0-7.
Right.
Just, Culp gets it. 45.
Nice
50.
move.
Going to be yardage
down.
for the first down to the 45.
Yep.
It's going to be a 17-yard pickup. You know, Roeder came into tonight's game 864 yards passing.
Yep.
He could eclipse the 1,000-yard mark tonight.
Let's see. I got a 26, 59, 69.
Full cheer squad across the way from Evansville. Evansville, a nice crowd tonight, making that trip up.
Yeah, it's not that long of a trip.
The newly paved Highway 14.
Yep.
Airs it out, intercepted.
Good.
That's Maves, and he'll be dropped right away at the 18-yard line. So, second turnover of the game for the Spartans. Gives the ball back to Evansville with 2:32 to go here in the first half. And the Spartans leading, though, 28-0.
John, I know how much you like 8-man football. Because I know that
I love it. I've seen it
there.
in Wisconsin. I've seen it in Illinois.
How many teams are presently playing 8-man football in the state of Wisconsin?
Hang on.
Oh, nice run.
It's Nelson. He's got running room out over the 35 to around the 38-yard line.
That was a nice run by Nelson. His 10th carry for 40 yards.
Bill, I am going to say 56.
Not too bad, John. There are 63.
And more coming.
And there are actually, how many teams do you think right now are inactive who aren't participating?
That I don't know.
12.
I know Wayland Academy is one. Abundant Life, they were inactive for a few years. They are back.
Yep.
Nice young team up there at ALCS and St. Ambrose Academy.
And what do you have to do in order to qualify to play 8-man football? What about your enrollment?
I think you have to be under 250.
Under 200 for 3 consecutive years.
Pass is complete to Maves. Culp is there on the coverage. Going to pick up a couple of yards, but it's going to bring up third down.
Maves, their leading receiver on the year, and that was only his first catch for 7 yards.
Tell you, 8-man football, you miss a tackle, and it's a touchdown.
Yep. What'd you say the score of that game was?
Yeah, last week it was Washburn, the Castle Guards, against the Mellon Granite Diggers, and it was 114-92. They don't score that much in basketball. Lighten it up.
Yep.
Third down. Call it 5. Keller. Oh, big hit. Big hit. Ball loose.
I don't like that either. 75. Them is holding that right arm. Quinn Grosstein, Matchy.
That was
6.
big. Look at this big hit.
Who blew this up?
That's
Boom.
Paul
That's
Morris.
Paul Morris. There's no surprise. Boy.
Hey, Paul's one of our.
Said he's a beast.
He's one of the better defensive players that
Well, definitely in
I've
the
seen
conference.
here
Oh, yes.
that I've seen here in McFarland. He's just very, very, very solid.
Yep. Yeah,
so.
he is.
So 28-0 our score. Yeah, you think about it, you go one more round and you just put every team in the playoffs.
Right.
But I think it's in Indiana where they have the regions or districts predetermined, and then it's just a straight draw. So again, no seeding.
Uh-huh.
So again, you could have a 4-team group and 7-0, 7-0, or 8-0, 8-0, 08, 08, and the 08s could play each other. Just the way it is. And it's like in high school basketball in Wisconsin. I mean, we went forever. There were no seeds.
Right.
And if you were going to win state, you had to beat whoever you played, no matter what the round was. And I remember when I was coaching back in the 90s, I want to say we opened with 3 straight games with teams that had. That was an 18-game season, 14 or more wins, all on the road. Remember, we had to go to Prairie du Chien, River Valley, and then up to Richland Center. Here we go. I digress. 1:07 to go in the first half.
I said, fans, you get more than just a football game when you listen to our telecasts and you watch us. We have more fun doing this. We said we make it informative, but we make it entertaining also.
Getting like a Bill Cather chip shot. That ball right on the sideline and stays in bounds, and it's going to be down out of bounds at the 30. Of course, everybody associates Bill with golf, but yet he was one of the top tennis players in the state of Wisconsin back in 1966.
John.
You even teamed up with a guy from Monroe to play, didn't you? Doubles, was it? Or
No. I played against Billy Norder.
Singles in a tournament at Janesville, wasn't it?
Yep.
See?
Yep.
I remember that. I was 4. Culp comes back to get it. Down at the 45. Clock is stopped.
Devin really having a nice game here tonight.
Nice play by Roeder. 15-yard completion. Clock is rolling. 50 seconds. Spartans don't appear to be in any major hurry here. Up 28. Roeder's all alone in the backfield. Straight drop. Going to go to Gillen. Gillen at the 50 tries to get out of bounds. Not going to get out of bounds. Going to be just shy of the first down. Spartans do have a timeout remaining, and they're going to take it.
Just used punt.
Well, again, I saw Mason Folk hit a 50-yarder in warm-ups. Got to get a little bit, got to get about 20 more yards. We'll say 15 more yards here to.
That would be fitting for him as a senior kicker, John, wouldn't it? Get him involved in that. That would, and again, some people might be saying, well, wait a second, aren't you kind of rubbing it in or something? No, I don't think so. I mean, it's still the first half of the game, and what the heck for him? What a thrill to even allow him to have that opportunity. I'm kind of rooting for it now that you brought it up, John.
Well, we got 26 seconds on the clock. No timeouts now remaining for the Spartans.
You can see Falk, too. He's jumping up and down on the sidelines.
He's ready.
He's loosening up down there. You can see in the lower right-hand corner of our screen. Yep, he's anxious. He's pumped. I think he's saying, just get 10 more and then give me a shot at it, huh?
Well, and some of the play calling is
could get him in
fooled
position
us
for
here,
it.
and see what they've got. Just a straight drop for Roeder.
That's a
Gonna
bomb.
air it out, and it's tipped and intercepted by Nelson. And there was a block in the back, but no call. Nelson's going to come out of there. That's going to be, is that the second interception? Third turnover for the Spartans.
Yeah, that was just thrown into a crowd there, John.
So 13 seconds on the clock. Evansville with 3 timeouts remaining. And again,
his second interception of the night. Yep.
Just Yeah, they're almost a block in the back. But again, Nelson doing a nice job going both ways for the Blue Devils.
Yep.
It's nice yardage after the interception. 13 seconds. Keller, the quarterback, number 15. He's just a junior. Forced out of the pocket. He can run with it. He's not going to run with it. He's going to throw it. It's knocked down.
Hey, John, I'm going to quick mention this. Our high school dance team tonight at halftime: Addison Aarons, Alexis Beinborn, Lillian Bernhardt, Tala Brummer, Haley DiMartino, Julia Gordy, Alicia Hartson, Julia Jones, Macy King, Gabriela Nere Ramos, Catherine Potit, Hannah Roth, Jocelyn Storr, Sydney Storr, Sophia Tuer, and Abigail Trackman will be performing at halftime tonight in their last performance here on the William Rice Field at Lloyd Schneider Stadium here.
There's a pass tipped and almost intercepted.
And their coaches are also Lexi Ramirez, Amber Schotel, and their assistant coaches Aaron Curtin and Lily Gallegos. So I wanted to get them mentioned in here also.
And
tonight.
Also a shout out to girls swimming.
Yep.
Won over Monroe New Glarus the other night. I think it was 90-79 or something similar. Golf, I believe girls golf now done. You worked the state tournament for that, and girls tennis. Lot of fall sports here in McFarland. But here's a look at that final play. And again, Cuso, nice job with the tip, and 82 there. That's Hayden Harrison, sophomore, almost came down with that one. So, Bill, we're going to take a break. Our halftime score, McFarland 28, Evansville nothing.
And now, for your halftime entertainment, we proudly present the McFarland High School Marching Band. Drum majors Micah Priminau, Muskan Bola, and Sophie Denlaff. Is the band ready? Thank you, drum majors. Tonight on Senior Night 2022, the Spartan Band performs music from Broadway. Here is the Phantom of the Opera. And now, from the Lion King, here is Hakuna Matata. We would now like to honor our senior band class of 2023. Becca Hallbaker, Vivian Zawada Lodholtz, Micah Privenow, Sadie Witt, Ava Canvick, Ben Lawrence, Ruskan Vola, Joan Toblo, Eva Malig, Maya Thompson, Emma Zimmerman, Henry Heasty, Jessica McDonald, Sarah Newman, Dalton Trudell, Alan Smith, Charlotte Douglas, Liam Parisian, Sophie Detloff, Cristiano Medina, Jacob Bradell, Eli Reese, David Templeton, Keegan Bell, Seth Dobler, Karen Yang, Linnea Sandine, Brooke Punzo, Jenna Ramirez, Max Andrew, Tegan Brandenmule, Donovan Johnson, and McKenna Malecki. Congratulations, Spartan Band, class of 23. We now proudly feature the class of 2023, performing Mr. Blue Sky. The class of 2023. In closing tonight's performance, the Spartan Band performs what has become a McFarland tradition, our special version of the school song. Here's Finally Victors. McFarland High School Marching Band. At this time, please stand and join in the singing of McFarland's alma mater.
John Wells, Bill Cather back here from Lloyd Schneider Stadium, William J. Rice Field, as a drone is right in front of us.
And a brisk, very brisk evening, John. This temperature has dropped.
Well, that's what we said early this year. We said you're going to go from 85 to 35. I'm always surprised, you know, when the season ends so early, but when you look at the weather, it makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Folk will kick off, nice deep kick, drives the returner, drops the ball, picks it up at the 4. This is Geske, straight ahead.
Nice return.
Gonna get a return of about 22 yards there. And let's see, Randolph was there. So Blue Devils, they will open the second half.
Yep. I will go down the first half scoring here in just a minute as a review.
And Evansville will be headed to the playoffs. Again, not sure if they will be, I'm guessing Division 3.
Division 4, John.
4?
Yep.
There's Nelson straight ahead, falls forward near the 30.
For Nelson, that is his 12th carry, 47 yards, John.
And he came in as the Evansville leading rusher.
Yep.
I like that logo on the side of the Evansville helmets there. That's sharp. Number on the left side, logo on the right. Nelson again falls forward, couple of yards, going to be well short of the first down. So 3rd down and 4 for Evansville. Again, great to have you with us tonight here.
Our final broadcast, football broadcast, John, of the year, and we'll be looking forward to, well, do you still have volleyball? There's no more volleyball.
We're done.
That's right, because we're into the playoffs, right, for that. So we'll be looking forward to girls and boys basketball.
And wrestling and hockey and swimming.
Yep.
And off. Nice run by Nelson. Should get the first down.
He got it.
Stelz is there on the tackle. Owen's done a nice job all year. For McFarland, another one of the seniors. And I know Bill will give another shout out to all of those seniors.
Tell you what, we've been giving shout outs to them all night. I mean, they have really played major roles here tonight.
Even Austin Bozold,
yep,
our manager. Sometimes I look at it, I'm thinking, it's hard to believe these guys are seniors already, you know.
Yeah, because you had them, right?
When you see them when you're 10, and they don't think we keep track of them, but, you know, we do. We keep track of our former students. 1st and 10, Blue Devils. Nelson. 3, there's Morris. Let's see who else gets up from the pile. 52.
15 carries, now 56 yards.
52 is Brett Schnell. He'll be back next year. He's a junior. Caden Westfall, he's a junior. Like Spartans have all of our sophomores listed in the program tonight. I noticed there were a few more suited up, so.
Yep. Nice touch. Why not put them out here on Friday night?
Get them used to it.
Yep.
You know, you get a JV game, just doesn't quite have the same atmosphere.
Right.
Nelson straight ahead once again. Morris on the tackle. Bindle.
You talk about a bunched formation. If we could replay that last play, I want to just see if we have all 11 players within a box almost. We had a replay on that last one.
Bill, we had a message texted in saying, how long have you been retired from teaching? Oh, that was for me.
Yes,
that
was
for me.
Yeah.
That was for me. No, I haven't retired from teaching yet. All right, 3rd down, Nelson. Oh, look at that tackle. Keeks.
Boy, nice job.
An old Beal throw from the wrestling
Yep.
professional wrestling days.
Yep.
Look at this. Just
Keats Diesel, nicknamed the Diesel.
I think Keats would like to play at the next level as well.
Wyatt Nelson ran into the semi, the diesel.
Didn't Keats catch a pass last game? Was it a pass or did he run? It was a pass.
No, it was a pass. Yep.
So 4th down. Looks like Klitzman will be dropping back inside his 25 to kick it away. Culp standing at his 30. Not much wind right now.
No,
Snap.
just plain colder.
That ball's going to angle out of the.
That was an errant
40.
kick. Now that looked more like a Bill Cather wedge of this past golf season, John.
You know what I like,
Errant.
Bill? And I heard when I'm out walking at 4:30 in the morning, I listen to some of these sports talk, and they were going on for 5 minutes about how officials mark a ball on a punt when it goes out of bounds. How you got the guy coming up the sideline, and they're like,
how does he know where? Yeah, right. Yeah.
You think there'd be technology available that you wouldn't need to?
Oh gosh,
you wouldn't
don't
need
say
to
that.
measure. You wouldn't need to.
Don't say that. We do have to keep the human element in these contests, don't we, John?
I agree. So that's Dyer. You got to like it there. That was 24. Wyatt Nelson on the tackle, and Dyer gave him a little tap on the shoulder there.
Yep. Always got to like sportsmanship, John. I know we pointed that out in every contest whenever I can.
And we get good compliments from our viewers.
So important when you see like Devontae Adams and all these other guys and stuff that's going on in sports, and that's what you see on TV.
Well, Zadra, a whole bunch of steam and gets thrown forward all the way down to the 41-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 15 yards. They're going to say his knee was down at the 43. Spartans quickly up to the line of scrimmage.
Yep.
There he goes.
Right up the gut. Nice job.
Nothing fancy, just same play. 7 minutes to go here in quarter number 3. And again, the Spartans doing that 2-minute offense here. Zadra. It's down around the 25. Going to be yardage for the first down. So, Bill, did you answer that question on when you retired?
It was 18 years ago, John, and as a matter of fact, I just turned 74 years old last week.
Well, that was going to be my next question, because I got an email at school from someone who said they heard a rumor that it was your birthday.
Yep. And it was not me.
No, it was not.
Calling over.
It was actually a parent of one of the players on the football team. So, the walk-off against Evansville, 5 yards, 1st and 5, ball at the Blue Devil.
Now
20.
those questions have been answered. Yeah, 74 years old, been retired 18 years. Yep, retired at age 55.
And
things have changed just a little bit, I guess, since I have retired.
Gillen, inside handoff, 20. Picks and chooses.
So deliberate.
Still going.
Oh, God.
Keats just shoved him forward. It's like the old days of the roller derby. You get the jammers. Tell you, a kid out there for Evansville playing hard, number 72. Tucker Peterson. He's a senior, 5'9".
Yep, coming off the field now.
245. He's going to come out. 61 comes in. That's Timothy Lund Jr.
He's got
Tips
some
the
size
scale
to him.
at 305.
Yep.
Oh,
look
Dyer.
at that.
Oh, they got him by the ankle, but he's still going.
He's going to get in. Is he going to get in?
Oh, going to be just short. Bill, I think he got almost 11 yards there.
Yep.
Of course, another touchdown for the Spartans.
Look at this. It was kind of like he got stuck in mud. The step.
Ooh, the knee might have been down. Boy, that was close to that knee going down. Dyer.
Nope,
Gonna
not
be
going to
short.
get in on that.
Again, I love this. Each team helping each other out.
Yep.
And an injury now.
Oh, don't like to see that, especially
That's
when
one
you're
of our
coming into
linemen.
the
That's
playoffs.
one of our linemen down, so this will be an
75.
official's time out. Again, time on the clock here, 4:55. And again, Bill, like, I mentioned earlier, it's when I say, it's a privilege having these kids, and it is. I mean, that's what, and you know as well as I do. I mean, between the two of us, we've got 70 years of teaching experience, and
Yep.
it's you look at teaching isn't like other professions. It's it's different, and I mean it's an emotional job. It's it's different, and it's not something that anybody can just do. And when I see requirements for teachers being loosened and things like that, those are things that kind of bother me, because there's much more to teaching than just a knowledge of a subject. You could bring a chemist in, and are they going to be able to teach chemistry to kids who might not want to be sitting there and listening and be cooperative, and you've got to motivate them. And I wouldn't trade my last 35 years for anything, and I'm sure you wouldn't either. And
called building relationships based on mutual respect with students.
Zadra on senior night.
Good deal.
Scores with 4:36 to go. Travis will call a 2-yard run. I thought that was another. I guess it wasn't. That was an airplane flying over, not a drone. Fulton going to try to make it 5 for 5. Kick is on the way. Drills that one, and it's good.
And a perfect night again for him.
4:36 to go. It is now McFarland 35, Evansville 0.
John, we talk about injuries to kids and that. I was at the funeral of my mother-in-law last week, and I was talking with one of my nieces and that who goes to Waukesha South High School. They were supposed to play Heartland Arrowhead last Friday evening. Game canceled. Not only game canceled, but Waukesha South has canceled the remainder of their football season due to the amount of injuries that their team has suffered. So their football season has come to an end, and I thought, wow. I had mixed feelings on that, because I thought, jeebers, it would still be nice for those kids. I mean, Waukesha South has to have, I don't know what their school population is, but they still have to have a fair amount of players. And it'd be nice to give the other kids still an opportunity to finish their season out, and
they're probably in that 14, 15.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it was, but wow, that was a shock to hear that a school of probably that size, Waukesha South, and you have the rest of your football season canceled.
So again, Geske has a little trouble fielding that one. I think that's Luke Rux. Also 23, Blair Wood. Evansville going to start with the ball at their own 16-yard line. Yeah, high school football, I'll be honest with you, it's
lack of officials.
Well, it's really at a crossroads right now, because you've got large schools that are having trouble fielding teams.
Yeah, and look at the scores every weekend too. These aren't even close games anymore. Go down the entire scoreboard for the week.
The rich get richer, and the weak get weaker, and it's tough. There's Braunschweig. He'll get stood up after maybe a yard gain. You get to basketball, it's 5 kids, 1 ball. I mean, it's not a numbers game, but football is. And, you're running into teams that are smaller schools going to 8-man so they can keep their own program, which I'm all for.
Right.
But, again, you've got larger schools, and you don't have to look much further than Madison to see that, where, some of the Madison schools, those numbers have just continued to drop.
Yep. I'm a Madison West alum, and I'll tell you, Madison West is just, they've got all kinds of issues over there they've had. So that's a major school.
Completed pass. That's to Nelson. Evan Dean on the stop, but he's got yardage for the first down. So Evansville moves the sticks. Yeah, it all comes down to, do you have the youth programs?
Yep.
Does your student population have the opportunities to play football? You know, and so many sports now, sadly, have gone to basically year-round.
Mm-hmm.
Football, maybe not as much as some of the other sports, but you know, it used to be a game that was fun, and now it's. Oh, look at that! Hey, Drucks.
Wow. He's had really a nice ball game tonight also, John. Boy,
and again, Cade slowed up kind of, well, not really, but he went with the arms. He didn't really go with the lead with the helmet.
I totally agree. Yep.
That could have been a dangerous.
Right.
hit.
I agree with you. I kind of like what he did. He kind of stopped. There's a little hesitation sideways brought him down.
There's a look at Bindle and Aaron Thompson.
Some people would say there was no need to blow up Keller, the quarterback, on that. Just bring him down.
Look at this camera angle, though. That is awesome. Love it. Handoff, Nelson. Get some rushing yards there. Stelz will throw him forward, so he'll get that yardage lost back, but it's going to be 3rd down and 8.
Unofficially, Nelson 18 carries for 65 yards.
1:20 time on the clock. Bill, trivia question here. Most consecutive years in Spartan football history without a losing season.
Most consecutive years?
Without a losing season. Now I got to remember the answer. I think I remember.
And we've been playing probably 60-some years.
Keller almost intercepted. There's on a penalty mark. Where does a penalty marker come there? The ball wasn't even close to anyone. Let's see. We might not see where the penalty was.
I'm going to say 24 consecutive years.
Are they going to call it on Culp?
Culp, maybe. Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Oh, my.
Well, true. The ball was nowhere close to where Culp was defending. And
now the clock is running during this whole penalty. This is where, you know, when you've got continuous clock, it should stop.
Right.
Oh, and that'll do it. Just like that, the third quarter ends. And the Spartans on top 35-0. And again, continuous clock. So, hey, got to do a shout out here, Bill. This is, you know, mixed emotions on this. That
happy, sad.
Yeah, we just want to give a shout out to Andrew Day. Andrew has 10 years has done. There's a good look at Andrew. We always say his name, and you're like, okay, what's Andrew look like? There he is. Andrew has worked with McFarland Cable for 10 years. Very talented. I remember him way back to 5th grade, which was, what did Andrew and I figure out earlier? Also 18 years ago.
Yep.
But Andrew, I tell you what, you're the best. You know, we kind of kid you out. There's a good shot of it. That's the true Andrew.
There we go. That's the mastermind, bearded wonder.
That captures the true spirit of this man. Right there.
Yep. Smiling Ryan Denzer.
Yeah.
Yep. Smiling Ryan.
But Andrew, there we go.
The party mix.
This was
had a little fun with that over the years. Yep.
But Andrew, I tell you, we appreciate and thank you for all of that you've done.
Yep. You will be sorely missed, my man.
You are a great man.
And you're always welcome back. I have a seat that's always, I'm willing to slide off to the side at any time.
Well, we offered him
Yep.
play-by-play or color here, and Andrew's like,
Felt very.
I like what I'm doing, and you know what? He's good at what he does. So,
Yep.
Of course, if they put us back there and Andrew and Stephanie up here, they would do fine. We would probably go with dark screens within 30 seconds.
Yep.
So.
And
or ruin the equipment. That would be even worse. Oh, big hit. Incomplete.
Let's put it, your picture would be on a continuous spinning wheel, right?
Boy, watch this now. Again, Keller to his, he hangs in there, but he's just out to dry here. And There's Morris.
Morris again. You know, I have to laugh because every time I think of good old Morris, I remember a couple games ago when I referred to him as Jack Morris. I was thinking the pitcher for the Detroit Tigers.
Yes, that's right.
And then I had to apologize. I said, sorry, Paul, but that isn't a bad name to throw out as being part of.
So again, Keller going to go down.
Cuso. I'll tell you, John, this has just been total domination from the opening kickoff and
again,
now.
This is an Evansville team, 5-1 in the Rock Valley Conference, 5-3 coming in.
Right.
And the Spartans, I tell you, they've really stepped up their game here tonight. And again, the conference, hopefully nobody gets too upset, but not particularly strong this year. Monroe just, kind of dominant. But I tell you, I'd like to see the Spartans, play Monroe at this point in the season. And I don't know, they could wind up in the same group of 8, more than likely, in the postseason.
Right. Good chance Mount Horeb-Barneveld's going to be in that same group of 8.
And I think we want a shot at them again. So here comes Culp over the 25, stood up there, and that's where he will go down. Again, got to keep our eye on the clock there at 9.5. So again, Andrew Day, I tell you. Andrew, Nick Boucher.
BB, Benny Becks. These guys have been around for a while because earlier this year we had to say goodbye to Patrick Hasty Tasty. Now tonight, Nick Boom Boom Boucher and Andrew Day gone, so we still have smiling Benny Becks over here to my left. Rudy the King standing off to my right, and we still are led by the Queen, Stephanie Miller. So I guess we're hopefully going to be finding some new faces here, but boy, I'll tell you, with the equipment and under the direction of stuff here, we're going to keep the quality of this machine rolling, John, huh?
For sure. Mason Rowe is in, I believe that's Mason Rowe in a quarterback.
John, as long as we have a running clock also, this is going to go pretty quick, isn't it?
8.5, about 8:20 to go, and it's probably going to go about 8:20.
Yeah, it probably will. I don't see much stopping it.
Unless there's a score, but.
Thank you.
Oh, yes, we've got news coming up here. Beginning Wednesday, October 19th, join us for the start of 13 nights of Halloween. Every night at 9 p.m. through Halloween, enjoy old horror movies like, Nosferatu?
Nosferatu.
From 1922. Oh, my goodness. Bill, that was before you and I were born.
Well, pretty close to me, John.
Night of the Living Dead, 1968. The House on the Haunted Hill, 1959. And more. Keep an eye out for schedule to be released on the Village's social media platforms and news websites later this week. That's pretty cool. I tell you what, I like the older movies. I don't like current movies. I don't like violence in movies. There's enough of that in the real world. I like the old movies. Bill, you've got some reflections as well.
I have and I always like to do this when we get into our last football game, basketball game, volleyball game, whatever that I'm broadcasting. I like to make what I call, and throughout some of the broadcasts in that, a big K reflection. So here it goes. This football season, for the members of the team, coaches, teachers, parents, sportscasters, spectators, and the community of McFarland, mirrors and is representative of life. Daily life is filled with many challenges, issues, positives, and negatives. This team this year is to be commended for an enjoyable season, and also know that they have faced many daily issues of injuries, of year-round preparation, of the classroom, COVID, and life itself. With the positive support of everyone, They have learned many life's lessons and matured into fine young men. We salute you, seniors, for all you have accomplished during your 4 years at McFarland High School and wish you the very best in your future dreams. And for all of you returning underclassmen, to continue to make good decisions and strive to do your best both in and out of the classroom so that your future at McFarland High School will be as productive as it can be for you. So thank you all for a very enjoyable season from us here at local McFarland Cable.
Nicely said, Bill.
Well, they deserve it, and we hope that's the direction and the lessons that can be learned going forward, because this is our future right here. So keep making what I always say, make good decisions. Stop and think before you act.
New quarterback for Evansville, Drew Sunnis, 6'3", 180, a sophomore. Whoop. Bobbled, and that's going to allow pursuit for the Spartans. And that is Zadra playing a little defense. Tell you, got a shout out for Evansville, though. Wyatt Nelson, number 24,
Yep.
5'7", 150. Not in the game anymore, but boy, he was out there, I think, just about every play.
Yes, he was.
Up until this series, and again,
Yep.
not a big kid, but a tough kid. And again, Evansville going to come up short here, but a lot of young players in the Blue Devils and names that we'll be calling.
Let me
in
mention
the
again
future.
the McFarland seniors, John. Evan Dean, Cooper Kennedy, Kyle Cuso, Brandon Dyer, Tegan O'Brien, Dayton Gillen, Devin Culp, Traden Randolph, Gavin Schultz, Owen Stels, Blair Wood, Cade Rux, Paul Morris, Travis Zadra, Mason Folk, Austin Bindle, Keats Dislin, and Zane Graff. Thanks again, gentlemen, and we wish you all the best in your futures. I know we're going to see some of you in other sports throughout this year.
And Austin Bozel.
And Austin Bozold, correct. I'm sorry, Austin. As a varsity
Number
manager.
72.
Yep, for 4
Got a
years.
jersey on there. Sunnis going to go up in the air, and that's going to be incomplete. Bring up fourth down. Again, clock running, so we're at 4:45. Again, great group of seniors, but be honest with you, you can never replace that group of seniors, but you know what? You do and you have to.
Yep.
Because no fifth years or
Well said,
God
John.
said forgotten 6 years of eligibility. No, it's 4 and you're done, and no red shirts.
Yeah, this isn't like college where they give you an extra year option, right?
Yeah, our seniors can't go up to La Follette and play next year like at the college level. And Evansville's going to kick it away. A nice kick. Whoop.
Uh-oh.
That's Evan Dean. He gets over it, though. He gets on the ball inside the 30-yard line down to the 28. And the Spartans will get it with 3:53 on the clock.
And I assume we're probably going to...
It's like a timeout. McFarland going to call a timeout. Maybe we're going to have the seniors
bring the
come
seniors out. Yep.
Looks like they're all
Why is that like 10 frames a second or something?
gathering here. See, Dayton Gillen's still out there. Another name we haven't called tonight, 62. That's Brevid Roth, 5'9", 240, and a sophomore. Brevid's had a great season. He'll be back next year. As will Caden Westfall, as will Aaron Thompson, Miles Hogan. They're going to have 4 offensive linemen back next year.
And that's very important. As we saw last night in the Chicago Bears, they hardly even have an offensive line, I think, after watching that game last night. Nothing happens in your backfield if you don't have a line.
Supportive group of parents here. Who's stepping in at quarterback now? It's Cooper Kennedy.
Oh,
They're
give
going to
him.
hand it down, off, and it'll drop
What
to
a nice
me.
touch. You can explain why the reason for that, John.
Yeah, Cooper went down with an injury in that Monroe game and hasn't been able to play. He's a senior. We let him go out there. He gets the snap, drops to a knee, but he got to play here on senior night, and that is, I tell you what,
Yep.
that's what high school sports are about right there. Here comes Cooper.
Yep, very classy, because my understanding is he's done a lot of practice.
Look at this shot right here.
That's one you want to put in a frame right there. Coach Ackley even getting a little emotional on that, as well you would, you know. You get quite a relationship with these kids.
And Cooper
A lot of time.
Cooper's turned into a coach on the sidelines.
Yep, yes he has. Well, I really like that. That was a great kind of almost finishing touch to this game, John.
Yeah, that was.
To have that
and you know
moment
what? I
right
didn't
there.
see it coming. And then all of a sudden the crowd's on their feet. All
Yeah.
the parents are on their feet over here. And I'm like, oh, yeah. And I looked out there, and that was Cooper. So that was
Yeah, and I looked at that formation and I thought, what the heck
Yeah.
is this?
that was nice, nicely done. That was just
Yep.
that's great about high school sports. That's sportsmanship. And Evansville, I think, realized too what was going on. And
I know us officials still doing their job, making a holding call, so taking another minute off the clock. We're going to be down to
2:15 right now. So who else we got out there? We got Jacob Sturtz, number 84. Cade Korth in the backfield. Mason Rowe, the quarterback. Evan Dean is out there wide. Tegan O'Brien is out there. Miles Hogan still the center. Korth gets away from one, but not another. He'll pick up some positive yards. Bill, what do you think? We've got 1:40 on the clock.
2 more plays.
2 plays.
Unless we have a penalty, might just be 1.
Again, Bill and I just can't say how much we appreciate this opportunity.
Yep.
Again, it's a blessing that we get to be able to do this, but again, we got the easy job.
Yes, we do. And again, we can also say, please, we appreciate all the people that have followed, and we hope we've provided memories not only for these kids that are participating, but for a lot of you that can't get to these games for one reason or another, whether it's you're too far away or you're not in good health or whatever. What a great opportunity we've provided for you here to be able to follow your
Cade Korth, nice run.
grandson, your son, your nephew, whatever. You know, it's been our pleasure every year, and we're looking forward to boys and girls basketball season coming up next month. And
Should be a really good winter sports basketball season for the Spartans, boys and definitely girls.
so please feel free to join us for that.
And we'll have that schedule out probably pretty soon. See Dane Lundy lined up wide to the right.
I don't think they're going to throw, John.
They're going to hand, oh, Dane. Whoops, it's loose. Evansville's got it. However,
That's going to be
the
in the
clock,
ball game.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that will do it. Boy, tell you what, Bill, we expected a pretty solid game, but the Spartans came out tonight and just really
Solid game from them for
set
sure.
the tone on the first possession. Spartans are going to win this one 35-0. Bill, that means for the season, the Spartans have scored 306 points, given up 120, and here's the kicker with that. 114 in the first 3 games. They have given up 6 points in the last 6
games. Yep.
Well, correction. They've given up 16 points in the last 6 games. That's pretty darn good.
Yeah.
So, Bill, I'm going to let you wrap it up here from William J. Rice Field.
Okay, John. So once again, tonight's final score: your McFarland Spartans 35, Evansville nothing. Thus placing your McFarland Spartans second place in the Rock Valley Conference this year, and we'll wait and see where they head to in the playoffs coming up. this next week. So on behalf of McFarland Cable, WMCF staff, Stephanie the Queen Miller, Andrew the Bearded Wonder Mastermind Day, Nick Boom Boom Boucher, BB Benny Becks, and the King, Rudy King, John Wells, play-by-play announcer, and myself, Bill Cather, stats and commentary. We hope that you've enjoyed not only tonight's telecast, but our entire season this year. It's been a real pleasure bringing these games to you. I hope we brought a lot of special memories to the kids, as well as provided a lot of opportunities for those of you who couldn't attend, the ability to see these games and enjoy it. Yep. And again, I know you're kind of seeing my bald spot there in the back. I should have. I know it. What are we doing? So we're just kind of laughing at this. Again, we hope we've made these telecasts during this entire year not only informative but also entertaining with some of our stories, our trivia, and all of our other little stuff that goes on. But we just have a lot of fun doing this. So again, we have best wishes to Andrew Day and Nick Boucher as they take on new ventures in that, and we know they are always welcome back. We'll sadly miss you as you've been a big part of our successful telecast. So best of luck to you guys in your future. So it's our hope that we provide athletes with another special memory as well as provide opportunity, again, for these athletes and their accomplishments, for many of you who couldn't attend for a variety of reasons, the ability to view these. So we thank you again for your continued support as viewers. So signing off for the final time from Lloyd Schneider Stadium and William Rice Field, Bill Cather and John Wells saying God bless, stay healthy, stay safe, and good evening from McFarland, Wisconsin, USA.